I thought it'd be beneficial to make a video reflecting on 2013 and setting goals for 2014. I spent like forever planning this in my sketchbook last night, as you can see. So I'm going to start with the positives of 2013. Well, one of the best days of 2013 was the day I went to Comic Con with my friend Becky. It was an almost eating disorder free day, and we went to the Harvester, which kind of stresses me out, but I'm really pleased with how I did there because I ate everything. I had a steak and I had a sundae for dessert, and I had the second highest calorie sundae they do. So, hey, Anna who? Yeah. So I'm really proud of myself for doing that, and I didn't binge or anything. Like, I didn't feel uncomfortably full. I just ate because I could. And another good thing which has happened this year is that I came second in a climbing competition, which was good. I've been in two climbing competitions this year, and two climbing competitions just generally, and the first one I entered I came last in, and the most recent one I came second in. And although that's kind of triggering for my eating disorder because it's like, well, at 48 kilograms you can climb better than if you're like 54 kilograms or whatever, I hope not to let that cause a relapse, because I know I may not be able to climb so well in the next competition in April or May because of my weight, but if I train and like continue trying to get healthier and stronger instead of restricting getting skinnier, then I could actually come first. This year also saw the longest I'd been without cutting myself, which was 7 months, and that's definitely a great achievement for me because that's like over half a year without cutting myself. I mean, previously it was like a month, or like the longest I went previously was 4 months. So that's a great achievement. This year also, surprisingly, considering everything I've been through with my eating disorder, I've tried lots of yummy new foods, and I seem to have eaten out a lot more this year than I have other years. Like this year I've tried sushi, I've tried macaroons, I've realised I like croissants, I've tried Christmas pudding, Christmas cake. There's been loads of things I've actually tried this year and thought I didn't like but enjoyed, and I'm really pleased with that. Also, where my mum was doing this Mediterranean thing, that gave me the opportunity to try lots of new healthy foods. Friends, Monkey World and bowling. There was a time this year when everything, when I was at the happier than I'd been in my life, really. And that was a brilliant time. Like, I went bowling with my friends, I went to Monkey World as part of French exchange with my friends, and I have great memories from that. Tumblr and internet, obviously, because the internet, and without all of you on the internet, honestly, I don't know where I'd be right now. The internet has helped me through so much, and it's great to have such a support network and to have so many people that understand, and just I've learned so many things from being on the internet, and I've grown as a person, and I've been able to experience things I would never have experienced without the internet. Starting to find myself, I think now I'm kind of growing more as a person, and I'm sort of listening to what I enjoy to listen to and wearing the clothes I enjoy to wear, but I like to wear because it's what I like. And I'm kind of finding who I am anymore and not hiding behind this false identity, as it were, of like a roleplay character or what's popular. Like, I'm not trying to hide away. And I guess that's because overall I have more confidence. Like, I can definitely speak better to people at school now than I could. And the recovery and eating disorder positives, I have found through my eating disorder and recovery process I can understand people a lot more, and I have matured a lot through that. It's also kind of made me experience things. which have led to me realising that I want to help people. And even if that's not by necessarily becoming like a clinical psychologist, because I don't think A levels are right for me, you know, just helping people through the internet and giving people as much support as I can. But Harry Potter Studios was a great positive of this year. It was one of the best days like I can remember for a long time, and it was a totally eating disorder free day. Like, while I was actually in the place, my eating disorder just didn't speak to me at all. The voice wasn't in my head at all. It was like I was normal again, and that was great because I missed what it felt like to be that person who just ate what I wanted. My laptop is in my room again. This is a great part of this year because it means I no longer have to be down there with headphones and noise and evil people. I'm more independent. Like, I make my own school lunches now and I don't rely on friends so much. Like, I'm quite happy to be on my own at break and lunch now. And the cruise, that was a great positive of this year because it was just so much fun. And yeah, it was just brilliant. So they're the positives of 2013. The negatives of 2013 are, most importantly, the negatives of my eating disorder and the pain and the relationship problems and the kind of bullying I've got and how I've, you know, the stigma around that and how I've been treated because of it. Also, and obviously where I got so skinny, it's kind of prevented improvement in climbing because, you know, I could have been a lot better by now if I hadn't lost all that weight, lost all that muscle, and then had to gain it back. Like, you know, I feel it's really stunted my development in climbing, and it has ruined me and taken quite a lot from me, and it's still, you know, I'm not recovered still, and I'm still gonna have to go through all of that. And that's definitely negative of this year because it has caused me so much pain, like both physical and mentally and things. I relapse quite badly in self-harm. Like, at the moment I'm kind of self-harming like once every week or once every 2 weeks. I mean, I try not to, but sometimes it's just really hard. And, you know, that's kind of bad because after going 7 months earlier in the year, it's sort of like I've ruined all that progress. Paranoia, friends, family, and worse relationships. Obviously, again, I think this has been after, obviously during like when my school has been really bad. It's kind of led to increased paranoia and loss of family and friends and things. I've been getting really bad headaches this year, like just the whole year for some reason. It might be because I need glasses, but I find they don't really help anymore. I've been wearing them a bit recently, but I don't know, I might wear them again when we go back to school. My anxiety's worse in some situations. I don't really know why, but I really struggle to go into shops now, like at all, like on my own and buy things, especially if it involves talking to someone. I don't feel accepted anymore or included. I feel like I'm left out of the family and the friendship group sometimes. Also, being accused of untrue things, that's really bugging. Like, all of you who have been accused of untrue things, like on a frequent basis before, will know what it's like, and it's just so annoying. Parents' emotional abuse has been a lot worse this year, or I've just noticed it more. Like, I don't know whether it's because my mum's stressed or anything, but I've just kind of been a bit more depressed and like upset, and I've noticed there's been a lot more arguments and I can barely talk to my mum anymore. I attempted to purge for the first time. That was like back in September, and I haven't successfully purged yet, but the fact that I attempted it, obviously that's led to frequent attempts because with each attempt I am getting closer, I feel. annoying mood swings. I've always got annoying mood swings, but I've noticed they've been worse this year. Like, especially since starting recovery from my eating disorder, it's been like 1 second I'm super hyper, the next second I'm just like, girl, go away, leave me alone. Or I'm just like randomly crying for some reason. It's really frustrating. My back and knee problems, like, okay, I've had like bad back and like knee for a couple of years now, but it's been worse this year, and I don't know whether that's because of my eating disorder or whether I'm just doing too much. It's just really annoying because sometimes it will really hurt and I can't like barely walk or anything. Sometimes it's so bad. I've been feeling alone and like no one cares a lot more. Obviously I think this is because of my eating disorder, and since being in recovery I think I use my eating disorder as a way to cope with the feeling of being alone, and now I'm recovering from that and letting that go. That has led to more alone feeling. Finally, I'm going to set some goals for 2014 because I feel I do need to improve a lot as a person, and there are quite a few things that need changing. So here are my 14 goals for 2014. I need to procrastinate less. Get things done. Not just procrastinate over doing my homework, or procrastinate over revising, or procrastinate over tidying my room. Actually just do it. I've actually kind of tidied my room a bit today, but some of it's still a bit messy. My excuse is there's not enough room in my room, which is kind of true, to be honest. So it's tidier. The floor's clear apart from under my desk. I've made some progress. I need to blaspheme less because I do that way too much. And the third one actually is swearing less, which again I do way too much. Intuitive eating. I think this is really going to benefit me, especially where I'm recovering from an eating disorder. If I know, and learn how to trust my body and trust myself again, there was a stage when I could, I think this is really going to benefit me, and it will definitely help me to maintain at a healthy weight. I need to be myself more. I need to have more confidence around family and other people. I need to sort of not be afraid of what my family are going to say to me if I do something. I need to be able to do things when my family are in and not be worried about it. I've just noticed this year it's kind of getting really silly, but it's got to the point where it's kind of preventing me from doing things, and I've only just realised that, so I definitely need to change that. I need to develop a better relationship with my mum. I feel nothing's really, being at home is kind of hell now because I just don't feel accepted by her, and I feel that's partly my fault. It might not be, but I feel it is partly my fault, and I need to try and talk to her and develop a better relationship with her. I need to be less irritable. I know I can't really help being irritable, but if I can, I'd like to try and be less irritable, or at least not show my irritability as much. I need to be a nicer person. I need to respect. Well, I do respect people, but I need to treat people nicer and not necessarily just because my brother's really annoying me. This goes along with the irritability. I respect people and everything, but kind of when I'm getting irritable, I do have a go at people. Yeah. I need to climb outdoors. This is one of those goals of the year which isn't focused on making me a better person, but something which I feel I'm going to enjoy and I definitely want to do this year. I need to re-find my joy in baking. I feel after my eating disorder and where it always triggers binges, I don't really enjoy it anymore, and I only really bake if I want to binge. But then if I want to bake and I don't want to binge, I don't bake because I worry about binging. So I really need to find my joy in that again. I want to write and draw more next year because I really enjoy writing and drawing, and I'm quite a creative person, and I'd like to improve in both of those things. I want to take up either running or yoga, or both in 2014. I'll probably wait for running until the summer, or spring, when it's a bit lighter in the afternoon, so I can go after school and it's not going to be dark. But with yoga, I can start that whenever, really. And I want to read more. Now I've got a Kindle, it's sort of like I don't have to carry books around everywhere, and I should find some time in my life to just read for a bit and relax and not be always on the internet or something, because I do feel I spend way too much time on the computer just like doing nothing, and I feel I need to read more because reading helps me to escape from the things going on in my life. I need to attend church more regularly and be a better Christian. I feel I haven't really been a good Christian this year. Like, I swear and blaspheme all the time, and I never really went to church much up until like 2 weeks ago. So I definitely do need to read the Bible more and be a better Christian.